Zach Levine is out there with Champ. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Dosunmu, and it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. All right, Greg, here we are on the day before Thanksgiving, a very special time of the year. Any favorite Thanksgiving traditions or foods for you or your family?
Oh, Kevin, I'm a sweet potato pie lover, but I tell you, man, I love it all. I can't wait.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Dosunmu, the pass to Champ. Back to Dosunmu, and it's Dosunmu with the Champ.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Here's Champ, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
That one is no good. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Count it, good.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Giddey against Lillard. Pass to Giannis. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Champ. Good on the bucket.
A bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Here's Antetokounmpo. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Here's Champ, covered by Giannis. Makes it off the glass. Champ's got his second bucket of the night. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal, you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic, a force around the rim.
Shots good by Champ.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
A timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard against Giddey. It's stolen by Vucevic. Levine up top. Finished off the break.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Giddey against Lillard. Shot to stop the run. Not going to go that time. The Bulls leading by 10. Here's Giddey, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Lillard. The Bulls getting their last shot to go. High post Vucevic. Snatched away. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Champ, the pass to Vucevic. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Bucks. They trail by 14. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, "Do you have any ideas?" Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. An idea of voter fatigue. Brent, do you feel voters get tired of the same guy winning every single season?
Yeah, I think they do, Kevin. And it's a shame because 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, those players looking back at the statistics from any given season deserve to be the MVP or all defense. And I hope that maybe that atrophy doesn't take place this year.
And it's Giannis missing. The Bulls leading by 19 points. Pass to Champ. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Lillard against Giddey. Lillard surveying the D. And nothing is falling for him right now.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Looking at the last game for the Bucks, it was a loss to Cleveland.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost him.
Here's Champ. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Now here's Middleton. Nothing on the board. Here's Jackson. And he gets it to go.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
To the paint. The pass to Champ. Inside. Levine, that's good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Champ. Here he goes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Passes it to Giddey. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, defense did not see that coming as Giddey goes for the jam.
Lillard outside. Here's Bona. The rebound by Champ. Bona's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Levine against Giannis. Levine, and he uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got 6.
Without a doubt, one of the game's most graceful athletes. Levine just seems to glide down the lane.
Lillard against Giddey. Can they get it? And it's Lillard missing.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. To the inside, Bona, Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Pass to Champ. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Champ's got 23.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation, correct?
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively. But how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Chicago with the ball. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Here's Levine. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Giannis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. It will shoot 2. It goes on Josh Giddey.
And Giannis that time just making the most of that play, getting the foul.
Substitution on the court.
Murray against Levine. 2 points. That one goes. Levine's got 8.
And good job by Levine fighting for that position.
And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Levine and Williams up in the forward positions. Dosunmu is out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Champ in at the 5. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Dosunmu. And he banks in the lane. Dosunmu's got his second basket of the night.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he makes good on the lane.
And nice slash to the basket from Dinwiddie, showing off that nice knack for scoring.
Giddey the pass to Champ. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Takes a 3, and the Bulls another 3.
This is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
Dinwiddie passes to Stevens. Jackson looking around. And another steal for him.
And he's just been able to anticipate their every move.
Yeah, you're right. An absolute pest on the defensive end.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Pass to Stephens. Murray outside. And he drives in. It's rebounded by Giddey.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shots good by Champ.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now Dinwiddie. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
And the basket is good.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
On the wing, Dinwiddie. Giddey defending. And they're pushing it up. Finished off the break. 30 points for Champ.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
So it's the Bucks now. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Murray with it. Defended by Giddey. It's deflected. Now the pass to Champ. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Levine's got 4 assists now tonight.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Dinwiddie against Giddey. Dinwiddie kicks to Murray. And again, the Bucks miss.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Champ in their last matchup against the Mavericks was all business. He had an impressive number of points, but the big standout was his season high in rebounds. What an effort on the glass. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. But they won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Here's Jackson. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Well, Chicago's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Wasted no time on that one. Levine's got 12.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pass to Bona. Here's Stephens. Giddey defending. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 7 points for Spencer Dinwiddie.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive, and Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that. Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Bona. Murray with it. He has yet to score. That one goes. Count it.
Assisted by Bona.
Chicago has gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. To the middle. There's Levine. And Levine throws it down.
And the 2-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, can throw it down with the best of them.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Stephens. 13 feet away. Here's Bona. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Dinwiddie outside. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Giddey the pass to Chance. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Giddey's intelligence grows by leaps and bounds game after game. Great vision and a nice rapid-fire decision.
Here now is Dinwiddie. He has 7. Pass to Bona. And the shot is long. On the wing, Williams.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dinwiddie passes to Stevens. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Stephens got himself on the board with 3 there.
And how about the awareness of Dinwiddie? Excellent job spotting the open teammate there. Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
So it's the Bucks now. And Giddey over to help. Down low. Here's Steffens. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And so it's Chicago, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense.
35.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Then Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Middleton and Giannis, the tested forward pair. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And it's Bona in at the 5, down low. Lillard. It's stolen. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for Chicago.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with the consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bulls shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Here's Bona. Back to Lillard. Takes the 3. That shot missing.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
And Champ gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
Another steal. He feeds it to Levine. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Lillard against Giddey. That's tipped. Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely. He can't get that one. Chicago's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. And it's good for 2. Those 2 moves got 10.
I'm not sure what the coach said at halftime, but whatever it did, it's lit a fire. They're now 4 of 4 from the field to start their offense here in the second half.
That's a 2 from Lillard, and the Bucks miss again.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Champ, covered by Giannis. Champ, the pass to Levine, and again another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
And here we go, Levine heading to the hoop.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Bona. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. They could use a bucket. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Count it. Levine's got 22 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Milwaukee has possession. They're scoreless since the first half. And Antetokounmpo inside. Outside for Jackson. Here's Bona. Vucevic defending. 4 on the shot clock. Lillard from deep three-point land. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up. So maybe just a step too far.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New York, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out Chicago, they're the best in class when it comes to putting a great product on the court. And we've seen that in the early going. And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by Chicago.
Passes it to Champ. Dishes it to Vucevic. Here's Champ. Three-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 4th assist in this one. Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. To the inside. It's deflected. Here's Champ. Covered by Lillard. Count it. Champ's got 48. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Here's Levine. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. He kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Off target from three-point range.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Vucevic to the pass to Champ. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Here's Vucevic. Good work there as it goes. Vucevic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Lillard. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. To halt the run. The shot comes out. Some solid defense here from Champ. Chicago has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Middleton kicks to Lillard. Pass to Bona. Nice defense from Giddey. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And there's the pass to Levine. Here's Champ. Vucevic trying to get open. Champ's shot is off. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee.
Chicago foul. Ayo Dosunmu.
Milwaukee shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
First
And he knocks it. All the things I could ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, And role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Bruce Brown, Champ out there with Smith. Then there's Carter, and it's Phillips in at the 3 slot. Pass to Brown. Here's Champ. Antetokounmpo defending. Champ. And got it! Another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Here's Champ. Antetokounmpo defending. Here's Champ. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
That free throw missing. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies just a little bit.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Dinwiddie passes to Smith. Pass to Connaughton. Inside. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Here's Champ. And that one, good. Champ's got 53.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, and my man is going for the jugular.
To the middle. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Rebound by Smith. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And that one's good out of Antetokounmpo.
Giannis can shoulder any load, and he's doing it here.
Here's Champ, covered by Giannis. Count that bucket. 55 points for Champ.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up. Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Carter against Dinwiddie. Looking to get back on track here. And they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Chicago's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now here's Giannis. Tight defense on him. Baseline jumper. The rebound by Champ.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And another assist for him.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
And the Bucks with possession here. He swipes the ball away again.
He's making history, tied for third most steals in a single game.
Incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Champ. Nailed from three-point land.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Dinwiddie. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Champ. Count that one.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. The dish to Smith. Dinwiddie against Carter. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Josh Giddey's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Steffens. Here's Amude. Offline with his 3. Here's Champ. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Dinwiddie dishes to Bell. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Yeah, how about the body control on that? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
And the Bulls making a change here. Bruce Ellis is checked in. The Bucks shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebound by the Bulls.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And they pick up 2.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Milwaukee has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Pass to Jackson, to the paint. Here's Stevens, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Here's Champ. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Stevens. Got a piece of it. Now, Buzelis. Here's Champ. Launches a 3. They get it back. Smith. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The Bucks shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. Lillard, the pass to Stevens. Back to Lillard. Outside Jackson. Lillard left side. Just 4 to shoot. From outside, off the mark.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Here's Champ. Cans it from downtown.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Chicago's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And the Bulls take on 2 more.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
2 minutes.
Nabbing another steal.
He's been a defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. And he's actually tied the record for the most steals in a game.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Here's Stevens. Misses the baby hook. The Bulls shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable. And that one drops for him. Smith's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want.
And another steal for him.
He's stolen his way into the record.
A new single-game high. GA for steal.
It's funny how much the defense has to focus more on not leaving their man when Giddey has the ball.
And the stop and play, guys, giving the home crowd a chance to just cheer on his incredible play.
And Greg, he's earned it. You don't get all those steals without expending a huge amount of energy.
Pounding defensively, just up in his guy all night long.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Champ.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Here's Bell. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Champ.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lillard against Giddey. Lillard, the pass to Middleton. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here's Champ. Puts up a 3. Good, he hits again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Lillard dishes to Bell. Middleton on the wing. Over Brown. Here's Stevens. He blocks it again. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They